Greetings, Christ Fellowship. If you're like me, the news of this past week probably makes you want to flee and remember the years of childhood where you could go to a park and sit on a swing and not have a care in the world. But the cares of the world were just as stressful. Yesterday, a week ago, 40 years ago, hundreds of years ago, and all the way back to Habakkuk's time. Just like we talked about last week, Habakkuk was crying out, where is justice? Where is righteousness in the land? And God, if there is no righteousness in the land, are you a righteous God? And where is healing to be found? And of course, as we read, God's answer was, wait for it. Now, this week we're going to get to look at Joel, and we're going to see a little bit more clearly what it is that we are to wait for. And here's what Joel chapter 2 says. I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the hopper, the destroyer, the cutter, my great army which I sent amongst you. You shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you. That's how we are to be. We are to be a people who don't try to escape to yesteryear, but to live presently for the hope that is to come. Now, there's this passage in Luke chapter 2 where they go to Jesus and they say, Jesus, a national tragedy has just happened. Innocent people were going about their daily lives, and this tower fell on them. They didn't do anything wrong. And now there's all, this tragedy has hit our community. What should we do? And Jesus says, look, this is a great conversation and it's worth talking about, but not to the exclusion of looking into your own personal life and asking, where does justice need to happen in my life? So yes, we need to talk about, national conversations and what's happening on the large global scale, but not to the exclusion of what's happening in our own lives. Back to Joel. How do we do this? How do we live now waiting for what is to come? Well, we don't remember the good old days of yesteryear of our childhood. What we do is we look back to what Christ has done and what is coming, the kingdoms, the new heavens and the new earth coming in the future. And we live in between these spaces. This is what Joel is saying. Look at the verse again. You shall, future tense, eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who, past tense, has dealt wondrously with you. We can have hope of what will be because of what has been done. We have all brought injustice into the land, but Christ became injustice for us that we might be justified. We can actually be the voice of justice in our communities, in our families, in our neighborhoods. Yes, let's talk about it on a national scale, but let's make sure we mobilize that into the communities that we live in, into our workplaces, into our neighborhoods, so that they don't miss out on what has been done. He has dealt wondrously with us so that we might be gracious to others. Christ Fellowship, you are loved. I look forward to seeing you soon.